Standing at the forefront of my own imagination, delving into such a deep fold full of creation, different sorts of ideas and different pieces of different things, and all these different words. I keep repeating the same one. Now, why would I do such a thing? Is it to swing like a Callaway golfer, like I can go that sort of ping? No, I don't speak that kind of thing. I do my own way. I do my own style, and everybody else who wants to come along, if they want to be wild, that's fine, that's okay. But I'm not going to ask you to come back to my house at the end of the day. Now, that's not meant to be rude or crude, or even if you want to pop a lewd or anything like that sort of thing. If you want to see me nude, then let's just ask. But if you want to do this thing, you've got to grasp that you can ask any sort of question if you have the right direction. If you want to do that, then you've got to have some perspiration to the dedication of the cause. And if you know what the cause is, then that's alright. If you have pause, then you might want to listen. When you hear BAP, that's short for baptism, because a BAP is a different way of an RAP. But if you look at that and you add an E to the end of the word, it's a very different situation. And we don't want to have any of that sort of nasty shit around here, because that isn't the sort of thing that we do around here. Right here, we are honest people working for honest livings. We want to do our own thing and maybe have a baptism or a christening for a child who wants to enter the world and not know the evil that's within. But to deliver that child and relieve them from evil, how do you raise a child and let them see evil? Is that going to be a contradiction in itself? Is it a paradox of existence when everybody just wants to increase their own wealth? Or is it a synonym? Is it a simile? Is wealth and health the same thing from a different perspective? Are we all looking at a different thing from a different elective, a different class, a different school? Don't be made to look a fool. If you have a tool, that's cool, but just don't bring it near me. That's not my own thing. I used to carry a Stanley in the street. I used to keep it in my jacket, a Patagonia piece. It was an orange inside the hood and grey on the fleece. But that's the sort of thing that I talked about back in the day. These sort of days, I look at the frame, a picture frame, a painting even, like an easel. But I don't want to be talking all this sort of greasy shit like I'm sort of a weird kid on the street. I ain't that kind of bad man. I'm a sad man, maybe a lad, occasionally a little bit mad. Yes, I have a personality disorder that came straight from a doctor's note. It's something I wrote myself on the side of my lip. When I got that note from the hospital and I left it, I got given a bracelet. Not a bracelet that I chose, not something that would help me rise and come above anything above me. It just was on my wrist. It was a tag of who I am, a tag of who I'll always be. A personality that's disorderly. So maybe I'm disorderly, maybe I'm going to lose my patience, maybe I don't have any patience in the first place, maybe I have both. Maybe it's all just hypothetical, maybe I'm just quizzical, maybe I'm self-critical. The last one was definitely true. The second one before that is probably true as well, because I do like asking questions. I don't want to ask questions about things I don't want to know. I want to do everything so I can have this sort of flow with a do kind of tempo, that I can do a ballet dancer sort of thing, so I can play on the stage and you'd understand that this is a different kind of page. I'm turning the book so you can have a look at the Anarchist cookbook, and I may have mispronounced the word, but there that was on purpose, because if you listen to what I'm trying to do with this, and I'm trying to steer the song down a river, so maybe I don't have to poison my own liver, so maybe I don't have to look at the child that's in front of me and have them delivered, because there's all sort of responsibilities that the world would arise upon a man. But when a man has a plan about who he wants to be and what statement he wants to make, he doesn't have to learn to bake, he doesn't have to take any cake, he can do anything he wants. He can swim across the lake, whether that be front crawl or back crawl, butterfly or breaststroke. Even if you look up in the dictionary, a different kind of style called corkscrew, where right hand goes over first and left hand comes backwards behind. It's a very unusual technique that not many can grasp, but only one can understand the inside. The inside where you find any kind of mind that wants to be very contrived, a sort of inner scoped attitude that doesn't have any gratitude for the appreciation of the world, the depreciation of money and value. All these things ring true in the modern day. But if you want to look at the back time when people were slaves instead of brave, and if you bring that to the future as the sort of thing that we're bringing to ourselves as tutors, when we look at people around ourselves, do we see ourselves as educators and liberators, or demonstrators and dictators? Which perspective do you want to embellish upon the world? Do you want to embellish upon the cut, or do you want to be a person that rises above everything, bigger than Jabba the Hutt, not sort of a gangster shit, a gentleman with a polite disposition, and everybody wants to have a proposition for you, bring you something, some nice, some flowers, some food, just something to help you raise your mood, make you feel good, so that when you go back to your bed at the end of the day, you don't have to cry yourself to sleep, because you can just sway.